Hey, look, don't go to college. I mean, let's just get straight to it. Unless you know absolutely what you want to do with your life, do not go to college. It is going to hinder you and slow down your process to building a career and making money and so on and so on. So, look, listen, the same thing I tell my sons. Do not go to college unless you want to be something with some real sustenance to it. You want to be a doctor, a lawyer, some type of engineer, mechanical or chemical engineer. You know, those things you do need an education for, to build bridges, to be an architect, things of that nature, something with some real meat to it. Outside of that, if you're going just to study art history or to study history without the idea of becoming a lawyer or business, without the idea of going to get your MBA, I can understand if you want to go to business school, get your MBA, and become a successful businessman. Completely get it. So if you're going to do that, but stay clear on that path and follow that one direction, and don't just it's too expensive. It's too expensive, and it's going to run your credit. It's going to run your life. You're going to be ate up with student loan debt. You're going to be ate up with problems. And to you parents out there that think that, hey, I got to send my kid to college. No, you do not. No, you do not. I cannot recommend it. I can only recommend it is if you have, if you get on a scholarship program, you get things for free. You're able to get a lot of it done for free. If you got some type of military benefits, so on and so on. Then by all means, man, enjoy. But to the average guy out here working his butt off, trying to make a living, maybe raising a family, so on and so on, college is not going to help you. You're going to go to college, you're going to obtain an associate's or a bachelor's degree, you're going to be 25, 50,000, maybe even more in debt. And that job that you're, or whatever degree you jump into, they're going to start you at the bottom. They are 100% going to start you at the bottom of any company, of any business, and they are going to sit down and say, hey, well, you're new, you're the new guy, do this, do that. You're going to start in a laborer's position or whatever it is, and you're going to start at the bottom, and then you're going to have to climb that ladder and work your way up. Sorry if you guys hear my freaking dog. You're going to have to climb that ladder and work your way up. They're not going to start you at the top. You're not going to come in with a bachelor's degree and think you're going to start at the top. It's not going to happen. You're going to get a bachelor's degree. It's going to cost you $50,000 to $65,000 in student loan debt, and you're going to be given a $40,000 a year job. And you might think, oh, well, I can make it on that. Yeah, but you got to pay your freaking rent. You got to pay your lights, your water, your gas. You got to buy food for yourself. $40,000 a year is roughly $20 an hour. $20 an hour is the bare minimum to make it in America these days. If I don't care where you live in America, $20 an hour is the bare freaking minimum to make it. So by going to college, you're adding on another monthly debt that is going to stack against you in your credit score. It's going to hinder you from moving forward 1,000%. Again, if you can't get college paid for, if you can't get college, like I said, if you're not on the GI Bill, scholarships, if you don't have some type of military stipend or state funding that's going to cover your tuition, it's pointless. And here's another reason why it's even more pointless is the fact that your skills that you obtain have about an 18-month lifespan. Your skills roughly have 18 months and they are no longer credible. So once you learn Microsoft Office 2024, guess what? By the time you get out of school, it's already 2027, 2028. Microsoft 2024 is no longer good. You're needing to update yourself. Everything is moving so fast. You can't take a person with a bachelor's degree from 1985 and expect them to understand what's happening in the world today. It doesn't work that way, but that's what they're doing. But the reason they're doing that, and that person's like, well, I got mine. Yeah, you got yours in 1985. And the reason that person, or you got yours in 1995, or maybe 2005, which is still no good. And the reason that person's saying, well, I got mine in 2005, well, look, yeah, but you still started at the bottom in 2005 and you've worked your way up for the past 20 years to get to where you're at right now. So don't sit here and lie to these young kids about go to college. It's going to do. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's going to 100% slow you down for 4 years of your life of making money. 100%. You go to college and you're going to get out and they're going to offer you a job at $40,000 or $50,000 a year when you could have just went and worked for your freaking water company, gas company, electric company. You could have went and started an entry-level position with one of them at 18 to 21 years old and been ready and eligible for retirement by 40. You could have joined the Army and did 20 years and been eligible for retirement by 38. Get it? You join the Army at 18 years old, you can retire by 38, 40 years old. However much time you want to do, you can build your retirement from there. Don't let these people make you think that college is the answer, because it is not. Now, if you know in your heart that says that, hey, I want to be a writer, I want to go to college and learn all I can about English because I want to write. Let's say you're 30 years old and you're like, hey, I want to be a writer. Go to college. If you know that that's the road you are going to die on, go to college and learn all you can about the English language, about literature, everything. Go. I 100% agree with that. If you know that is the end all be all for you in your life, do it. But if you are 18 years old and you think, I'd just like to go and do this, no, you don't. Do not. I'm going to 100% in college. All they're going to do is they're going to come to you and they're going to say, hey, you know, I'm not going to pull one out, but they're going to give you a book. They're going to give you a book like this, MBA Fundamentals, Accounting and Finance. They're going to give you a book like this. They're going to tell you to read it. And then they're going to give you some form of a printout, and they're going to tell you to write about it or take a little quiz on it. Or they're going to hand you a book like this in English class, George Orwell, 1984, and they're going to say, hey, read this book. You're going to read that book, and for the next 3 months, about every 3 to 4 chapters, they're going to ask you to write, you know, a 500-word paper on it of what you've read so far, or a 300-word paper. And you paid thousands of dollars for that. They're going to literally hand you a book, and they're going to say, read this book and write me a paper. And you've paid thousands. That one class that you had to read a book and write a paper cost you $2,000 or $3,000. Depending on what school you went to, it might have cost more. But that's what they do. So if you feel like you're missing out on life, I'm going to tell you right now to go to Books A Million, read any history book, and then go sit down at a desk and write a paper on it, and that's what college is. And you just paid thousands for that. I tell people all the time, do not go to college. Go to freaking Books A Million. What subject are you interested in? You're interested in history? Read everything in the history section. You just beat a history major. I promise you. If you read every historical book at Books A Million in the history section, you have 100%, you have a bachelor's of history and beyond, because they don't even do that. If you go to the business section and you read every book on business and you teach yourself basic math, basic finance, you can go to Corporate Financial Institute and teach yourself basic finances from there. That's a banking institute. You can pay them $50 a month or whatever it is. Corporate Financial Institute. I'm not affiliated with them, but Corporate Financial Institute teach you basic math. You can go to Project Management Institute, PMI, and they can teach you basic skills of project management. You can go to Books A Million and read everything in the business section, and you have 100% just earned yourself an MBA. Nobody's going to give you a certificate for it, but up here, I'm self-taught in everything. And they are going to give you an MBA. I went to college, man, for 3 years, and it was a waste. It was 100% a waste. Nobody cares. Nobody 100% cares, man. So if you don't have a pure direction of what you're going to do, don't go. Listen to me, man. I'm not steering you wrong. It's a waste. It's a waste of your time, and it's a waste of your money and your effort. Now, if it's something personal in you, then I understand that. You know, if it's a personal drive that you're like, hey, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I want to try college. I get it. Give it a shot if that's what you got to do. But I'm telling you, it's not going to get you to where you think it is. And don't let anybody out here tell you that it is. Don't let anybody out here tell you that college is going to make you such and such or such and such. It's not. You 100%. There's a saying that, there's a quote, and I'll have to find it for you. So forgive me. Leave it in the comments below if you know who said it. I think, I can't remember if it was Jefferson. I can't remember, but it's, oh goodness, now I mention it. I can't even think about it. But that quote is, a man that does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Yeah, a man that does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Do it yourself. Educate yourself. Nobody's going to care. They're not going to, especially nowadays, everybody's got a bachelor's or saying that they have one. It is so common. Man, my bosses don't even have bachelors. The people that have been in charge of me in the past don't even have them. They just stayed with the company long enough to get there. Because to be honest with you, that company is going to want to train you in their formats and everything they do. Whatever programs they use, whatever inventory structures, so on and so on, that company is going to train you for that company. College is not going to do that. They're going to literally look at your degree and be like, oh, that's cool. We know that you can operate computers and do this and do that. It's pointless anymore. Everybody, just about, of the younger generation can operate computers, can operate most applications, so on and so on. And they've dummy proofed it. They have put this stuff out there. Now, if you're trying to go be, a web designer, an engineer, software engineer, things like that, then sure, go to college, man. But there are cheaper alternatives to that as well. But I 100% cannot sit down and recommend that you go waste 4 to 7 years of your life at college unless you are really going to do something with some meat behind it. That's your doctor. That's your lawyer. I don't even think teachers should have to go to college anymore. Associate's degree, maybe. Maybe an associate's degree. They should not be forced to go get a 4-year degree and teach school. I mean, they just shouldn't. Associates, maybe. Math, reading, writing. I mean, honestly. But yeah, if you're not going to go, doctor, lawyer, engineer, chemical, mechanical, something of that nature, something with some real meat to it that's real heavy, don't go. It's no point in it. And I'm not lying to you. And please don't, hey, you know what? Leave your experiences with college. How much has it helped you? And don't give these kids crap. Tell them the truth. How much has it really helped you? And people are going to say, it did this and it did that. No, they didn't. No, it didn't. Especially you older people. Man, it worked in your time because college meant something. So if you're 50 years old and going to comment how much college did for you, that's bullcrap. All right, this is 2024, not 1984. No pun intended, but not 1984. Okay, college then was something because only a select few had bachelor's and masters. You had a master's degree in 1984. You were somebody. You were a scholar. You have a master's degree. A bachelor's degree is a new high school diploma. You have a master's degree is equivalent to having a bachelor's of 1984. You having a master's in 1984 made you a scholar, man. Does not no more. Master's is the bare minimum. So basically, if you're not going for that, don't waste your time. Don't. This world is too expensive. Everything's too expensive. College is too expensive. Dude, I'm not steering you wrong. Do your own homework. Leave the comments below, man. If you got anything out of this video, let me know below. But as always, take what you need and leave the rest. Say something. Tell me. I want to know what your experiences have been with this. Because mine, like I said, I went to college for 3 years. I know exactly what they do to you. They go in there, you sit at a desk, you read books, and you write papers. If you don't meet their standards, you don't pass. Like, it's garbage. It is. It is. So tell me what you think. Leave it below. I want to hear all about it. Let me know your experiences. Man, smash that like button. If you made it to the end of this video, hit that like button for me. Push me through the algorithm, man. It seems I hate to be sitting on there begging for likes, but it seems to be something you got to do on here. But anyways, man, hit that like button. I'm going to get off here. So let me know what you guys thought about going to school.